been interesting the last 3 home games because we've given up most of possession. But then when we have turned the ball over, we've had real good quality when we've had that, and we then keep it, and we've been hurting them. So yeah, it's been good. And as I said, the winning helps everything, doesn't it? So that's obviously been a big plus point to it as well.
Cardiff has always been a place that teams didn't want to come to, and we were giving away too many points. We were letting people go away with too many points early on in the season. I think we've turned it back into somewhere that people won't want to come to. And as players, we've had to turn the performances around a bit and give the fans something to cheer about, because rightly so, it wasn't the best atmosphere a few weeks back, the way we were playing. And it's amazing to have everyone back on side, and we're being a bit more patient. We're playing a bit more football. We're trying to play a bit more football, and we might not score as many goals or play forward as much as what we did in the past, but I think we're playing a better brand of football, and I think the fans are really buying into it now, and it's so nice to be able to clap the fans off at the end of the game with a victory. It means everything.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Blackpool, they play a 4-4-2, which is interesting because not many teams do it now. They've got their way of playing, and as we will always do, we'll work on what we're going to do. The weather might play a part if this wind keeps up, so we'll see how much of a part that plays. I think they've got a few injuries at the back, so they could change as well. So we plan for most scenarios, and what we then do is once we get the team sheet and we have a look and we try and work at what they're doing, then we'll have our final meeting before we go out, which basically aligns what we're trying to do. So yeah, we'll see what happens. You'll see, I'm sure, like in every game we play, you'll see a distinct idea of what we're trying to do.
We know it's going to be a tough game. Every game in this league is. You probably do interviews. Every player says that, but it's true. You look at the teams we've beaten and the teams we've been beaten by. There's no easy games in the Championship now. I think, other than the obvious kind of leaders of the league, everybody else can beat anyone else. I think they can be equally as tough games. It's like Coventry away was probably our hardest game of the season, I would have said. And then, we just beat them 2-0. So you never know what to expect, but we'll be looking to make it. I think that'll be 4 games on the spin at home if we win. That's what we want to do. We want to start climbing that league and forget about what's below us. That's
been the difference. We've been in a better shape. No one's gone through us really. Obviously, you're always going to give up the odd chance through good play because no one's perfect. And it was just limiting and controlling what the other teams are trying to do a bit more. And I think you've seen that in those games. Like I said, you look at Coventry. I think apart from the header when we was 1-0 up, I think every shot they had was from about 20-30 yards, which you kind of take it on the chin if one of those goes flying in the top corner. Mm-hmm. But the probability of that happening is not as high.
When I first signed for Cardiff, I couldn't believe the atmosphere in the stadium. I remember the first few games, we just come down to the Premier League, and we'd love to get back to that atmosphere. And recently it's been, ramping up, and we've had to take responsibility as players to produce performances that allow fans to cheer, because you can't just demand it, you can't just expect it, and you have to do more as players, and we're aware of that. And hopefully recently we've been doing a little bit more, and you can feel the fans, enjoying it a bit more, and that's what football's about, enjoyment. You want to enjoy going to the game on a Saturday afternoon and travelling away to wherever, long distances. So yeah, the atmosphere's been brilliant, and it helps the young boys as well. A lot of these lads haven't played in front of 18, 20,000 ever, or if they have, it's a handful of times. So I think early goals have helped us recently just to settle the lads' nerves and then feel the atmosphere kind of lift.